what? It's Morphin Mania time. I'm Captain Logan.
And I'm Jason.
And I'm DJ.
And there's a cat. And it's time for lots more Season 2 now. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. We got Lord Zed now. We've got the Thunder Megazord. Hey, look, DJ. I brought out my Thunder Megazord.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Like I said, I never take this apart because I assume I won't be able to get it back together. I didn't grow up with this one. I bought this a few years ago. I got lucky and found it for a half-decent price, and so I went ahead and picked it up. But yeah, I've never pulled this apart. It feels real fragile, and it probably didn't when it came out, but now it's like dancing, funky, just standing there.
What is the Firebird on that? Is it just the head? Because I don't see any pink or red. Barely. Well, I see the red dragon, but I don't see any pink.
Yeah, and I think this is complete. I think that's all of it, right?
I guess we'll have to pay attention to the show and see where the Firebird goes.
Like where the...
These as a kid?
That's a good point. Yeah, this I had as a kid. But anyway, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Sure appreciate it. If you're watching this after the fact, make sure and get your DVD or your Netflix rigged up to the Wannabe Ranger. That is the 4th episode of Season 2. And if you're watching live, thanks so much for joining us as we are streaming. We're going to watch Power Rangers and chat about it as we watch. That's what we do here on Morphin Mania. And you can watch the exact same thing we're watching, the same stream, through the Rabbit Room in the description. Just click on the link there if you have never done that before. Otherwise, you're probably really sick of me repeating myself and telling you that every single time. We're going to go ahead and just jump straight into it, guys. Here we go.
This episode.
You remember this one?
I like this one.
Cool. Well, Jason already gives this his stamp of approval. And this is going to be Jason's first time getting to watch some Zed with us. So that's exciting. Yeah, that's right. This is the Lord Zed show. Here again. Yes, I'm talking about myself in the third person for no reason. Here we go. Everybody, please press play right now.
There's a crazy new intro.
Yeah, we don't have to listen to anymore, but there's an explosion every time. Power Rangers is all about blowing up stuff that sometimes it's debatable as to whether or not it's even actually exploding.
And it starts
a lot of things in Power Rangers that blow up and then come right back.
There's Zach's new
Zach
hair.
has crazy hair.
Yeah. He's got the braids.
The Cumulator says the Firebird makes up part of the legs, apparently, and I just don't have it. So apparently mine is not complete.
Oh, interesting. I just assumed it would be the head because the pterodactyl was the head.
Yeah. I formed the head.
The crane is also the head in Season 3.
Yep.
More back.
There's the sound effects that, yeah, we've done this before. There's this sound effect that the logo always makes. It's like it's like some kind of hydraulics in the logo.
Like they
Billy just hit himself with the basketball.
At the very least, they should be in college, if not like on some kind of Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh yeah, I really remember this.
It's a really good point. Why is Zach dressed up like the Mugatu from TOS? Why is that?
I actually have a book about this.
Oh, is that why you know this episode so well?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, did they do like storyboards for individual episodes? I mean, storybooks? Storyboards.
Yeah, they did. Oh, Jon Stewart's back.
Jon Stewart.
The Green Lantern himself. So, I don't know, do you think monster fights every week in Angel Grove would change the culture a little more than this? You know, to the point where maybe people wouldn't want to dress up as monsters as much, especially if you are a Power Ranger? Like, if you think about, like, maybe we're just supposed to use our imagination, and because he's dressed up in, like, a Halloween costume, it's supposed to look less real and less impressive than a normal monster. But if I'm a Power Ranger and that shows up, I punch it in the face.
Oh, yeah. This is the Alpha Ranger one.
Are you excited?
Yes.
Zach should just stop being the Black Ranger and become the Purple Ranger.
Yeah, when do we get a Purple Ranger?
Oh, Jungle Fury, yeah.
Yeah, not till Jungle Fury. The wolf.
I want Zordon to say that sometimes when they leave. Have fun, Rangers.
Alpha's being a sad sack
Beat up
right
some
now.
putties. He really is. Yeah, he's kind of pathetic. A real unsympathetic robot.
Yes.
Do these
there's
putties?
Zed.
Does Zed's putties still go?
I think they make a slightly different noise, but it's still like that. Yeah.
So what do you think? Like, is there a putty homeworld with different species of putties, or did they just create them individually, like separately from
Are you
each other?
asking if they're like Oompa Loompas, where there's like an island of them? No,
Or oh, I remember this monster.
yeah, did they just get that idea from Zach's monster? Zed's like, Zordon, you have no chance now. I saw Zach pretend to be a monster, and now I'm gonna make like a big Mugatu monster.
So here we are at the end of the Zed using a real thing already. We were gonna see how long that lasted, and it was just the first one.
Yeah, yep. So we've reached our limit of that already. We'll see more of it later, and we'll pretend like it has to be done that way. It is kind of fun to have Alpha like leave the command center and do stuff with him, I guess.
I don't know why I remember this episode too, Jason.
Isn't there something in this with like a baby carriage? Is that this one? Where like Alpha's gonna run after a baby? I can't remember. Or maybe that's later.
I don't know. All I remember of the baby carriage in Power Rangers is in an episode in Space where like there's a baby carriage about to fall off a staircase, but the Ranger can't speak, and she's like super dramatic and like and then she screams. It's really
Thomas asked if Rita's off the show now. He missed some of last show. Yes, she's gone now. Zed showed up and put her in the dumpster. She apparently was working for Zed, but we're confused. I really liked your point about that. We're confused about whether about like when he hired her and what the whole being trapped in a dumpster for 10,000 years thing was about.
Yeah, apparently he has like a lot of patience, but as soon as you get to 10,001, he's done.
Then he just loses. Yeah, he clearly has no patience at all. He's like way shorter with his minions than Rita ever was. He glows all the time. Oh, and now that monkey monster is going to turn into all the Rangers.
Yeah, I remember this. Got another instance of some evil Rangers. Man, it is.
Got right now. We've done a lot of that
so often. I guess I can tell you how many times.
how many times has it been?
Let me open my notes app. Billy.
I love the eyes. That's hysterical.
This is our 7th separate instance of it. Not like
holy crap, really?
Not counting each Ranger, which was 6 most of the time, but this is 7. Did he just tell Billy to run? Did he not see Billy turn?
No, he's talking to that kid.
Oh, the other kid.
Yeah, he said Dylan because the kid's name is Dylan.
Dylan.
Yeah. Good one.
Even when he's like about to go unconscious, he's still throwing zingers.
You know, it's funny that the name of this monster is Primitor because he looks like the primate monster in Primal Rage, doesn't he?
That's what I was just thinking.
Yep.
That's a weird game. I still have that for Super NES.
Yeah, they don't hold up great.
They're very very middle school.
A, they're gross.
Yeah.
And B, they're real stiff. Like, people complain early Mortal Kombat stiff. Those are stiff.
I remember liking the monkey the most. I remember the dinosaur being really hard to use.
Yep. Alpha didn't contact you because he's in the park. Observe the viewing globe. But no, to your question earlier about a homeworld of putties, I mean, they're called putties. Originally, they're made of clay.
I know, but did Lord Zed have Finster make his putty? Are the Zed putties first, and then Rita made her version?
Well, see, that's a good point because Zed's supposed to, if not predate Rita, be there at the same time as her early on, and she's an acolyte of his. Yeah. That's a good question. Like,
I mean,
I don't know.
I know
I
the
don't know
answer.
where
they
like
just
the
weren't thinking, but-
inspiration for the putties. Yeah, there are no rules to any of this stuff, but we do know that Zed, whenever he wants to, can just pull out his staff and zap whatever and make things happen. And so I don't know why he needs anyone and why he ever does anything but that. I don't know why he throws a thing to make it big. I don't know why his staff can't do that. I mean, like, I don't think things make any more sense with Zed than they did with Rita ultimately.
Go for the Z.
Yeah.
Has he been a big character in the comics at all?
They don't really remember these putties.
Say it again.
Has he been a big character in the comics at all? Have they explored any of this?
Who's Zed?
Yeah.
Not really. And that's because the beginning of it is covering first stuff in first season, and then in Go-Go we go back even like a week after the origin, so we're even earlier first season. And then he doesn't show up anywhere in Shattered Grid when we bring all the other shows in. So he's been in a couple one-shots, and we've done some kind of fun flashback things with, or flash forward things with him, but he hasn't gotten to be in a big arc yet.
Okay.
And now the premise is hardly Power Rangers with the post Shattered Grid stuff. It's basically Battlestar. It's basically interdimensional Battlestar. Doesn't even feel like Power Rangers right now.
Oh, weird.
It's just a bunch of Rangers from different dimensions trapped on a big space station together. After Shattered Grid, like stuck in limbo between dimensions. And that's what it is right now.
That's a big change.
It is.
I read the first issue and it's like very grounded, like in a high school, just like this.
Yeah. Right now, I mostly recommend Go-Go. I mean, there's some cool stuff in the main series, but Go-Go is just solid all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, there's a lot more character dimension in that. And it feels like, I mean, the storytelling in that is on the level of Buffy. It feels like if Buffy was Power Rangers. It's fantastic.
Cool. Oh, this kid's funny. Yeah.
Oh, the Huminator agrees with me. He says he just dropped it after just this week's issue. My goodness. I haven't read that yet. I haven't been to the store. But I'm with you. He says it's gotten really dull on Power Rangers. Like, I'm with you. That's how I feel about it, too. Behold a viewing globe. He's in the park. Why doesn't Zordon just call the Rangers when he knows stuff? He waits too long.
Why can't he tell them just over the communicator? Why do they have to come to see it for themselves?
Because television is a visual medium.
Or better yet, why can't he just teleport them straight there?
Well, see, sometimes he does that, and it's irritating. Or I would be irritated if I were them. It's like, well, I'm in the middle of a conversation. I'm in the shower.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting episode.
It's like, Zordon, my privacy, but this is an urgent matter, Rangers.
You swore an oath.
Your outmoded modesty does not concern me.
So when does Tommy get his white powers?
Like, not even halfway through the season, right?
Yeah, we just have a little bit of Green Ranger, I think.
I don't think it's too far in. I'll find out. Well, Green No More is episode 12, and White Light is 17.
Okay, so yeah. Just a couple weeks.
Wait, who's bigger? That's when you like.
Well, we can't tell based on anatomy. They both have male anatomy right now.
I love that this is Japanese footage right now.
Is that what you're gonna? Okay.
It's funny that he's supposed to be an exact copy, but one of the Yellow Rangers is a lot shorter than the other one.
That's how you should be able to tell. It's like, I think Trini's taller than that. Wait, it's the one with worst posture. See, I always want to read into character stuff that's not there, where it's like Jason wants to fight her because, like, she is one of the other Rangers that does martial arts all the time, and like they know each other's like fighting styles, and they spar a lot, and it's not that. But I want it to be that.
Well, that's kind of what Jason said, isn't he? He said, "I'll know."
But he could have said that about any of them, right?
Yeah. Because him and Zach are the ones that are always sparring.
Yeah. But haven't we seen Jason and maybe it wasn't Jason in training? We saw Trini training with somebody outside once.
It might have been Jason.
I forget who that was.
This monster is so weird.
But like I've always said, Trini is in some ways kind of like the female version of Jason and how disciplined she is. And
yeah, we were talking earlier about how she would be the leader if Jason wasn't there.
Mm-hmm. And they just didn't issue the comics about that in Go-Go.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
that was awesome.
I remember that part.
This is really entertaining.
Yeah, this is fun. This is a fun way to do the. I mean, this is a tired premise where you got the two lookalikes that you do in every.
Who's the real one?
But this is a fun way to do it.
I feel like the way I want to say the way the powers work, but I guess I don't know how they actually work. I would love to think that, and I'm bringing in like stuff from other shows and later and stuff, but with the Morphin grid, wouldn't you think that you'd be able to like sense other Rangers based on the powers and stuff? Like you should be able to tell that's not a Ranger. He's not connected to the power grid.
Yeah.
To the Morphin grid.
Also, he's jumping around like a monkey.
Well, yeah, but now he's not even trying to fool them, see?
That's pretty horrifying, actually, Jason jumping around with that high-pitched voice. So, but this, I will give it this. This is the first time that this is the third monster that's been able to mimic them, but this is the first time that he's been all of them. Usually it's the one Red Ranger with all the putties.
Yeah, that's true.
Separate Rangers. So this is kind of new.
Something we should talk about, it would be remiss for us not to mention this before we get too far down the line. We are looking at the last few episodes of all of the original 5. We're going to get away from that pretty soon.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because like they start to leave right around White Light, right?
Yeah, I know it's definitely after White Light, but it's probably pretty close after.
I don't think... But have we lost them and we're just pretending like they're still there in White Light? I'm forgetting. I don't remember where exactly it is when that happens.
Did you see that? The other side of the mirror actually had Billy's logo on the other side of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not obvious.
Yeah, that doesn't appear to be a ruse.
Oh, he didn't fall for it. That's actually...
You boneheaded baboon. Good one.
You see?
Yeah, because that's his mirror. Mm-hmm.
No, it's Kimberly's mirror.
But he branded it. It's now the Tricera mirror.
Whoa, that's weird. Somebody should cosplay as that.
I was just going to say, that would be it. Did you see that he had a tail, too?
Yeah, because he's got like a baboon face. At first, it looks like a mix of like Red Ranger and Green Ranger, but it's because he has a baboon face.
Yeah, it kind of looks like when they do the morphing sequence and it turns red and green negative real quick.
Remember a couple shows ago when I was like, "This is how monsters move," and then I was just like making up stuff. That's how this monster moves.
This monster's insane.
That is exactly what this monster does. Ah! Well, we'll do what we always do. We're going to make him grow. How far into this episode are we? Yep, it's time to make him grow. We got like 4 minutes left. We have just enough time to call our Zords, have them turn into our other Zords.
Okay, so I like it. Wait.
You don't like this part?
No, I like this part, but I forgot what I was going to say.
You have the floor kid.
Okay, so I like when he calls the dragon, but I don't like when Jason calls the dragon. I like it when Rocky calls the dragon.
You like Rocky's call better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man.
Same with Adams.
Wow. I mean, everybody's entitled to an opinion.
Namesake.
Seriously.
I don't remember how Rocky does it, though.
I didn't technically name Jason after the Power Ranger.
Just the horror villain.
I didn't do that either. That one I really didn't. We hadn't planned on continuing with that. There are lots and lots of Jasons.
No, I wish the reason you did it was just because son of Jay.
And I didn't even think of that. I felt like an idiot when somebody said that. Oh, that's cute. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. For anybody that doesn't know what I'm talking about, Jason is spelled with a Y. Jason's name, and my name is James, originally spelled with a Y, and I went by Jay most of my life, and so yeah, he's son of Jay, but I didn't do it on purpose. So if you explode, I probably said this before, if you explode small, then you can get big. But if you explode big, then you're done.
That's
Yeah, there's fire on
okay?
the ground.
Those are the rules. You can't get any bigger.
Yeah.
And I don't know why there's a standard scale for bigness. You know, like if I were Zed or Rita, I would just come up with a way to make a monster even bigger than the Megazord, you know, but we never do that. There is a standard scale for the bigness.
That little bulb thing that he has only has so much big juice in it.
Yeah.
Big smoke, I guess.
I guess the same is true of the staff she throws. And you ever thought of that? Does it always come back to her, or is she getting new ones every time? I never thought of that.
Finster's building her new staffs all the time.
All the time, yeah. He got you know, all that putty, all the the putty, all of the what am I trying to say? I don't even know. The clay from the putty planet, you know.
Are we gonna watch the movies?
Yeah, we've already talked about that.
Oh yeah.
Oh man,
Mess with Alpha today.
you know what Alpha getting messed with by a monster in the park is? It's Zorod's greatest fear.
Yeah, that was so weird. That was a weird episode.
It's one of my favorites.
I know the Power Ranger stuff was great. I loved that, but like the story was non-existent. It was just Alpha goes down for 2 minutes, has a terrible experience, and then he comes back.
Yeah, I was clearly thinking of a different episode. There's a thing with him and a baby carriage, I think, later on. Maybe it's Turbo, I forget.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Well, one down for today. It's time for Putty in the Brain. This is one of my favorites from season 2.
Oh yeah,
This
I
one's
like
very
this one
amusing.
too.
We're starting to get creative. It's starting to feel like we are really, really tired of this formula, and we got to do something to shake it up a little bit. This is one of those episodes that feels like the staff made it for them. If they would do that more often, this would be a better show. You guys ready?
Yes, I'm really ready.
All right, cool. Everybody get ready for episode 5.
Two of my favorite episodes.
Make sure you're rigged up if you're watching this after the fact. And everybody watching live, if you just joined us, use the link in the description for the Rabbit Room. You can see exactly the stream that we're broadcasting. And let's go ahead and jump right into it. Here we go. Everybody, please press play right now. I feel like this episode title is about me and DJ. I feel like we often have Putty on the brain because we just cannot watch the show without making fun of and trying to figure out the putties. We really talk about putties probably too much. Really.
Yeah, they're a complicated subject. We just can't get to the bottom of it.
That would be an amusing thing to collect, just action figures of the putties and the different types of putties of every series.
Yeah.
Of the foot soldiers.
Yeah, don't call them putties.
David's in Jason David Frank's name now. Early on, he was just Jason Frank. I don't know when we added the David, but his first appearance anyway, he was just Jason Frank.
His agent probably told him he needed a catchier name. He's a 3 first namer.
That's true. He should have really, really bad luck. Lucas Green, Putty Patrollers. What exactly do they patrol? The moon?
That's what we're trying to figure out, what they patrol on their home planet.
I don't understand. But yeah, they don't patrol anything. Like, what are they for? They just dance around. They hardly fight. Jon Stewart's back. I like his directing style. I have decided I like Jon Stewart's directing. He didn't get to do all that much last episode because most of that was Zoo 2 footage. But
yeah,
if we're still in, I'm pretty sure we're still in Zoo 2 footage.
But the way he directed the monkey push Alpha onto the
Just
ground was
superb
masterful.
job there, Jon Stewart.
I keep saying monkey. That's offensive. He's a baboon.
Yeah, you can't be so monkey sensitive. Goldar doesn't like it either.
I would love for someone, maybe we should be that someone, to break down all the powers that his staff has.
Oh yeah, just here's all the things that staff can do.
Can do anything.
Yeah, except for the things that he needs an orb to do. And other things. Cinegraphic says, you're expecting the putties to know how to fight, Cap. Well, I don't know why they can't be programmed that way. They're clearly like programmed automatons.
And like
Rita and Zed et al., every other villain thinks that whatever their version of the putties are gonna accomplish something, and they never do. Like they're worried about their monsters that never win. Why do they even bother with putties?
that would be so unsettling.
Yeah, I know, it's great. And the first time I saw this, I was worried that they were going to do some stupid contrived thing where they just wouldn't take the glasses off for no reason. But no, it's once you put the glasses on, now you see putties.
Yeah.
This is a decent plot from Zed, because this would be really, really distracting. Like this is a pretty good cause chaos plot.
Yeah, that would.
So I would do it to more people than just the Power Rangers, just to cause a lot of carnage or a lot of chaos.
The only thing I don't like about it is they're more horrified than they've ever been of putties. Like they look terrified, and usually they're just like, "Oh, putties."
That's a good point. Yeah, but like, do they? I mean, it's disturbing, right? Like you know that it's your friends you're supposed to be talking to, but they're putties, because like otherwise they would just fight them, so they know something's off.
Yeah. Did you have pet iguanas in your classroom when you were in high school?
I don't remember. Not in high school. No.
That's what I'm saying.
In 11th grade, it's important to learn how to take care of pets.
Well, he's doing a horrible job.
See, I want to think that all of this is a social commentary on like watered down public schooling, and that somehow, or rather, the Rangers got by unscathed, but Bulk and Skull are like a consummate product of this system. They're what it looks like if you go through a really bad public school system that's like least common denominator and doesn't like makes everybody learn at the same rate and doesn't actually, give any one-on-one and just keeps like treating kids like they're little kids all the way through. Like that's what Bulk and Skull are.
Yeah.
They strike me as what students would be like if you still had everyone in one room in high school and the subjects were all taught by one teacher.
Yeah, and just passing the students even though they shouldn't be passed, just moving them on. I had that in college. There was this poor guy who he was in portfolio, which is the last quarter of your whole degree, and he had no work that he could use for his, because this teachers just passed him and his work wasn't ready yet. It was pretty depressing. Felt bad for him.
Every time we do detention, we see the green board and it always says detention, and they always introduce it that way every time. That's like one of the most uniform things in this show. Well, this is
so we do it with other people.
Yeah. But just because they put on the glasses, and I don't know why it even needed to be glasses. Why couldn't Zed have just zapped their faces? Because he could do it from the moon. Just zap them wherever they are. Zap. And yeah, Baron Oki says it would make more sense if everybody looked like putties. Don't make it selective.
Yeah, how does the glasses decide who you see as putties?
I don't know.
Because they
is it
saw
just
their
your friends?
But then they saw them as putties. Bulk
Yeah, well, the way Billy just explained it, what it seems to be is just their fellow Rangers. But did Bulk and Skull see each other as putties or just the other Rangers?
Oh, they just saw those two. So yeah, that's.
Oh, okay, so that's consistent.
It seems like it would be really hard though to make anyone see only 5 people as putties.
That's
Well, it's
really
magic.
high
It's a
jump.
magic spell.
Yeah, this is a really cool playground.
That's not that hard. Your magic spell is you see anyone with a power coin as a putty. Like that's
Yeah.
not hard.
That's true.
If you have magic. Like nothing's
Everyone's
wrong
a
with magic.
putty.
Everyone's a putty.
This is fun.
Yeah, like it would be hard to tell. You know, this is kind of a legitimate problem, I guess.
Yeah. And they're just it kind of is it's a commentary on war, really. How you don't know who you're fighting because the uniforms are so similar, and you're just.
Is that what it is? Yeah. It's BS analysis night on Morphin Mania. It's my favorite thing.
That's cool.
I
If there's
see
a balance
Jason
beam, I like
in the
that.
background.
You saw yourself in the background?
No, I saw him in the background, then I actually saw him.
Oh, okay.
He was waiting for his turn.
I saw Kimberly in the background.
This is a different playground, right?
This is a really cool playground. I like this playground. It's all wood.
Yeah. Oh, it's cool. So they do fight in multiple parks. The putties attack multiple different parks.
She was like,
Would a putty do this? It's like I got the episode title on my brain.
they don't usually do that. That's funny.
No, that's a real Star Trek kind of thing to do, honestly.
It would be an abomination.
It might be doomsday.
We could do that all night.
Yeah, let's. It's great. I think a more amusing idea, I like this idea. I think a more amusing idea would be they get transformed into actual putties, but they can still morph.
Yeah, what I want to know is, it would be really cool if the actors got to actually put the putty suits on so you could see their actual fighting style that they usually do.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, then they don't do that. Or at least I'm pretty sure they don't do that.
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't get to see him fight very much.
That would be really cool, though, if instead of, using it as an excuse to fight each other, it was just putties fighting putties.
Yeah.
And I don't want to endorse putty on putty violence, but I would have really liked to have seen them.
Well, it's not illegal in the home world.
Oh, on the putty homeworld. We just making up more Power Ranger headcanon again. Is this like Ethiopian?
We're gonna have a whole wiki dedicated to Morphin Mania nonsense at the end.
The Morphin Mania series Bible for Power Rangers. We're gonna have a lot of time to come up with that stuff too. I think people will be surprised by how long that document could be.
That's a really famous screenshot of Alpha when he's like in that exact position.
Oh, okay, so we do get to see her morph, like she's putty and then she morphs. But I still think, like, imagine, they all get turned into putties and they're in class. Everybody's like, and they have to contrive a way that nobody sees them turn into putties. They just see like putties walking down the hallway. Oh no, it's putties! And then they have to leave the school, and then they have to, go to the command center, and then they can only go around town morphed as Power Rangers because if they're putties, people will be scared of them, right?
Yeah.
They should have done that episode. Lucas Green says, what if Zordon had 5 putties with attitude? Putties have way more attitude than the Rangers usually, because they do like the whole head nod thing. They're walking around like, yeah,
Yeah, some of them are quite sassy.
Yeah, that's a good word. Sassy.
Sassy putties.
Sassy putties.
Now he's
Putties
going
of
to see
sassiness.
Tommy as a putty.
As a putty.
But everyone else not as putty. Do you know how this works out at the end?
Well, the Power Rangers win.
No. At the end of this episode.
Will the Power Rangers win?
No. With Bill and Zach's vision.
With their vision? Will they get normal vision again, man? I don't.
That was great.
And then, like, they morph, but they still look like putties, and they're like, dang it, you know? And then they have to call, like, the putty Megazord. And you got to be really careful not to hit, like, the big thing in the middle, or it explodes. You know, like, if you hit that, it blows up.
Well, that's where the Rangers are, so.
Oh, no.
It'll be the Z. That'll be the Z.
And then when they break apart, you just see all the Rangers fly out, like, 2 at a time. Ah!
Man, this really sets season 1 apart as the one Mighty Morphin season that doesn't have this music, because they've used this music on every fight scene since season 2, and a little bit in the back 20.
And the back 20. Toward the end, though.
Yeah, like the back 7.
Yep. Yeah, this one they use a lot.
I don't even remember what they used in season 1. Was it just like guitar music?
Yeah. It was pretty much just this kind of stuff, you know, just kind of like power chords.
Yeah.
Well, what is that?
That's the ice device.
Oh, that's right. I forgot the ice device. Anime 2018 was surprised that we're recording. Yeah, we do Morphin Mania Wednesdays and Fridays at 9:30 Central Time. Tell your friends.
Yep, because we got a lot to get through.
Right now, you know, down the road, some people will come back and listen to this and we will be finished with this series, but temporarily, but semi-permanently, it feels right now.
Yeah, far on the horizon.
Yeah. Yeah, what are you saying? If you're in an outfit that's head to toe, do you feel the need to exaggerate your movements a lot more when you're talking, even if people can understand what you're saying? So then you have to do this and then do the thing with the thing.
Yeah, I was watching an interview and they were saying how that was a very a Japanese thing to do, or not. I mean, specifically tokusatsu thing.
Yeah, and I think we try to match it with some of our footage.
Yeah,
where you'll see us, you know, really exaggerate our movements like that too.
It gets kind of crazy though in like season 3, and when it looks like they're just going crazy.
I mean, I know what I just did is not that different from what I usually do, because I just talk with my hands like a lot. Oh, we're not gonna get a Megazord fight in this one.
He can't.
Well, we still got 5 minutes.
Remember your point you just made. If he blows up small, he can still get big.
Well, that's true.
Did you see
No,
color?
here he goes. Here he goes. Here he goes. I don't know if we do very many episodes in season 2 now that I'm thinking about it without Megazord fights. I think we kind of stopped doing that as much, right?
Well, we got a lot of Megazord footage because we have that whole season.
Yeah. That's a good point. Lucas Green Zed is always monologuing. That's part of why he's awesome. If your voice sounded like that, you would be talking all the time too. It's a really cool voice.
All right, let's watch where the Firebird attaches this time.
Oh yeah, let's pay attention. We gotta learn this. It's important.
This
is an educational series.
Phoenix sounds much better. I don't know why they didn't just call it a Phoenix.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's a Firebird.
I also don't know why that doesn't fight by itself more often.
It's like the Alien Ranger, Red Ranger thing.
Yeah.
All right, gotta pay attention.
Here they come. Oh, they do they have like a flying tank mode. That's pretty cool. I forgot about that.
Oh, it's in the back.
I should see if I can make mine do that. Except I'd have to get the Pink Ranger portions.
Oh man,
Oh my
it's like a
gosh.
fantastic car.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like
Oh, it wraps around.
yeah.
Okay,
it's
I'm
his
missing the
sash.
top part.
It's his samurai like robe. That's pretty cool.
Okay, so mine has no shorts. That's what it is.
Missing his shorts.
He's missing his shorts. Oh, Beard OKC asked if I felt like that when I wore the Spawn costume. Yeah, I had to move pretty. I had to be pretty exaggerated in that when I was shooting,
Especially
because I had to
you're
make it
thinking
look
in your
like,
head, you were like,
yeah,
I
yep.
remember
I
that.
did a lot of that. Yep. No, I have I've done exactly this. That's true. I didn't even think of that. I spent 2 years doing that. Not quite that long. I spent at least a year in that suit doing that.
2 years doing it and a year trying to block it out.
It's been longer than that now.
Oh man, time is flying, dude.
Remember the flood?
Do you know when the last
Jumped
episode of
over
that show
water?
is? It's 2014. It's October
14?
of 2014.
I was
Yeah.
gonna guess 15 at the latest. My
No,
goodness.
that's when it ended. 13 and 14.
What is happening to all the time?
I don't know.
I wonder what high school they shoot at. It's a pretty cool looking high school on the outside.
Wherever it is, it's in California. We can be sure of that.
Probably like a really popular high school they always shoot at for TV shows. Wait, they're still?
What now? Oh yeah, they can still see him. Oh, for a minute I thought he was just talking to the audience. I thought that was like a voiceover.
No.
We thought we would see Putties forever, but then Zoran and Alpha came up with a solution, or Billy, or whoever they said came up with a solution.
That's one thing that they never do in Power Rangers is voiceover.
Yeah.
At least
I
not
would
in Mighty
say
Morphin.
never happens. I don't think it does in Mighty Morphin.
I guess we'll find
They
out.
do silly inner monologue, as we've seen.
Yeah. So, do they never cure Bulk and Skull?
It would be amazing if they didn't. And if the whole rest of the series, they just see our characters like their buddies. They just get used to it. They keep making fun of them and nobody knows what they're talking about. Just like, look at all these gray people. What are you talking about?
I think we just forgot that Bulk and Skull got zapped.
I think that's exactly what happened. Wow, that's an oversight. Look, guys, the episode is only 20 minutes long, okay? And you're adapting footage other people shot. How difficult. These scripts are written in 30 minutes in a bathroom, okay? Like,
You could have followed up on the iguana or the cool putty idea, and you followed up on the iguana.
Well, wait, does Bulk and Skull still see the Rangers as putties?
Apparently.
that's what we're saying. They would have to. That's great. We need to keep remembering that because there will be moments where that's really funny, I'm sure. Well, anyway, everybody, thanks a lot for watching today's episode of Morphin Mania. If you're watching live, we are going to continue on and shoot some more tonight, as we always do. We're batch shooting. So stick around with us, and we're going to watch 2 more. The next one is Bloom of Doom, and then The Green Dream. So look forward to it. Stick around with us. And if you are watching after the fact, thanks so much for tuning in. We sure appreciate it. We'll see you again next time. I am Captain Logan.
And I'm Jason.
I'm DJ.
And that's DJ. We'll see you
That
next time.
was DJ.
Bye, everybody.
And that will be DJ.